Galatians 5:16, but I say, walk by the Spirit, and you will not carry out the desire of the flesh. Let's take a deep breath and really sit with this verse for a moment, because it's simple on the surface, but it goes incredibly deep. Paul isn't just giving a suggestion here, he's giving a strategy for living. Walk by the Spirit. The word walk is important. It's not run, not jump, not occasionally visit. It's a steady, ongoing lifestyle. Think daily movement, step by step, choice by choice. Walking by the Spirit means letting God guide your decisions, staying aware of His presence, choosing what aligns with Him, even in small moments. It's not about being perfect. It's about direction. Today, that might look like choosing patience when someone annoys you. Yes, even that person tie out, turning away from something tempting on your phone, speaking kindness instead of sarcasm, taking a moment to pray instead of reacting emotionally. Walking by the Spirit is deeply practical. It's not mystical, it's relational and intentional. Note point 899. Notice what Paul does not say. He doesn't say, try really hard not to sin. Instead, he flips the whole idea. Focus on walking with the Spirit, and the rest follows. The flesh here refers to our natural human tendencies: selfishness, anger, lust, pride, fear, impatience, all the things that pull us away from God. And let's be honest, those desires are still very real today. The urge to compare yourself to others on social media, the temptation to escape into distractions instead of facing truth, wanting control instead of trusting God, reacting in anger instead of responding in grace. Sound familiar? Yeah, Paul knew what he was talking about. But here's the key. Victory over the flesh is not achieved by fighting the flesh directly, it's achieved by feeding your walk with the Spirit. It's like light and darkness. You don't fight darkness, you turn on the light, on the daily tension and why it feels so real. If you've ever felt like there's a tug of war inside you, you're not broken, you're human. One part of you wants to do what's right, another part pulls you in the opposite direction. Paul actually talks about this struggle later in the same chapter. So if you feel that tension, it's not failure. It's awareness. The difference maker is, which side are you feeding? Feed the flesh, it grows louder. Feed the Spirit, it grows stronger, making it real for today. Let's bring this into modern life, because this verse hits hard in 2026 just like it did in the first century. When you're stressed, instead of spiraling, pause, pray, breathe, invite God in. When you're tempted, instead of white-knuckling resistance, redirect your focus to something that honors God. When you feel lonely, instead of filling the gap with empty distractions, lean into God's presence. When you're hurt, instead of reacting instantly, ask the Spirit for wisdom before responding. This is walking by the Spirit, not dramatic, not flashy, just consistent, quiet obedience. Encouragement. Because this matters, you're not expected to master this overnight. Walking implies progress, not perfection. Some days you'll walk strong, some days you'll stumble a bit, but the promise still stands. If you walk by the Spirit, you will not carry out the desires of the flesh. That's not maybe, that's guaranteed transformation over time. Final thought. This verse isn't about restriction, it's about freedom. Not, don't do this, don't do that, but walk with me and watch what I do in your life. And honestly, that's a much better deal.